Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to The Dragon Prince, episode 5. So yeah, we're here with the next episode of Dragon Prince, and I'm getting fairly interested in this. It's definitely become a lot better than the first episode, led me to believe it was going to be. There are still some problems here and there. I understand that the animation style and all was an active choice they tried out, and it just didn't end up working, um, and whatnot and so forth. But overall, I am enjoying it. I like the aunt who is deaf and everything. I like her. The main characters I like well enough. They're just not like amazing to me yet, but it's still pretty early. And I guess we'll just kind of see where it goes. So last time we did meet the ant, and in order to escape and continue journeying with the elf girl, whose name is escaping me right now, and it usually doesn't. Um, but they had to pretend that she was kidnapping them. So now they're being followed by one of the ant's well, assistants or soldiers or whatever, while she and the others went back to the kingdom to tell them that the princes are alive, which stopped Viren's plans of being crowned the new king. Viren showed a look of disdain at that news, which means that, I mean, he clearly knew the princes weren't dead. And he was just trying to usurp the throne at that point. And so by them arriving and revealing that, he couldn't be crowned because the rightful heir to the throne is still alive. So yeah, that's going to really build into him being one of, if not the major villain of this series. And like I said last time, I still do think that he did care for Harrow. But I think that he's not super upset that he's gone at the same time. I think he cared for Harrow, but he was still trying to convince him to see things the way he does. And because he didn't and couldn't, I think Viren is I think Viren's like, this is it's for the best, basically. Like it's a for the best kind of option. We know Viren is excessively aggressive with his strategies. He especially likes to turn towards dark magic, which his daughter is completely cool with using as well. Um, and I'm just really interested to see where that entire thing goes. So we kind of are going to, I assume, have two kind of storylines going on right now. The stuff with our main group, our main three heroes, trying to continue to bring the dragon egg to the mountain, as well as Callum learning more about his mage powers and all. And then, of course, we're going to have the group back at the castle and everything going on with that. Probably a bit of a power struggle going on between Viren and possibly the ant. I mean, I could possibly see that, but I mean, she doesn't really have a claim to the throne or anything. But I guess she would be able to act as regent, considering she's family more than he would. I don't know. I guess maybe we'll find out. um, but yeah, I'm interested to see where more of this goes. And just as a reminder, because I don't think I've said it in the past couple of reactions, but as a reminder, this is a reward reaction for Smurf Vlogs, for donating a shit ton of money towards helping me get this new computer and all. And yeah, thank you again for that, Smurf. It's been a little over a month now, and it's working great. So I've had a couple issues, but I don't think that's so much the computer as me just trying to get a handle on Windows 10. And then there was one update issue. To be fair, there was an update issue that caused some severe audio issues for the computer, but that got figured out. But yeah, otherwise it's working great. So yeah. So yeah, just wanted to remind everyone of that just because it is important, and I like to remind you guys of that if I can. So yeah, hopefully this episode turns out to be continuing to be as good as they have been lately, and maybe even better. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the, excuse me. Oh, don't know where that came out of. Well, I know where it came from, but yeah. Anyway, uh, so let's start this over. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then it fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So another good episode here, yeah. And it kind of went where I was kind of expecting it to, having the split between the two parts of the story. So in the one part, we have Callum and Ezrin and Rayla, and they're just continuing on their journey. Callum tries to get better with magic, but otherwise not really much happens, except maybe just the character progression and depth with Rayla. But like story-wise, nothing really progresses much. They're just still on their journey. There's no big strides made. Again, it's mostly just with character stuff with them, with especially Rayla kind of coming clean about her fears and everything. And then there is the other story. You could kind of say the B plot. So we see that Amaya and her translator are confronting Viren and stuff, and basically planning to go get the children and rescue the children and all, Callum and Ezra. So they decide on this little mission. They work together. They eventually work together and decide that that Amaya is going to head to continue to guard the wall or whatever, the border basically, while she sends Garen on the mission to rescue the children and all. However, after she leaves, Viren double crosses her, obviously, and she did warn everyone that Viren would double cross and that he was a bad guy and everything. And so he double crosses her and not only locks Garen up in the dungeon, but sends his son Soren on the mission to rescue the kids instead. Which honestly, I don't think is going to be as much of a rescue mission as we're thinking. And even if he does end up choosing to rescue, it's only going to be to like kill them himself or throw them in the dungeon or get rid of them in some way. Although, to be fair, he apparently thinks that they're already dead or going to be. Either way, Viren is absolute scum, and I hate him. But yeah, I kind of mentioned the episode. It's like, is it too early to ship Amaya and Garen? Because I kind of do. I think they're kind of cute together. And I know it's kind of like an obvious choice because he's her translator and all, but I don't know. For some reason, I just like the idea of them together. And really, they're the only ship I could even say I have right now. Like, I don't ship Callum with Rayla. I just don't. Maybe I will in the future, but I don't. I obviously don't ship Ezrin with anyone. I don't ship Viren or Soren or Viren's daughter, whose name I cannot think of at the moment. I don't ship any of them. The only people I ship right now are those two. Which is interesting, because we've only known them for 2 episodes now. So I wonder where this is going to go exactly. Where this is going to go in terms of, like, when Amaya left, I assume she's smart enough to know that Garen would be imprisoned and stuff. And if so, did she really actually leave? Um, Also, with the throne vacated, who actually has the most power here? She's a general and all, so she has pretty high power, I would think, in this kind of monarchy. But also, he was the king's advisor, so I would assume he would as well, that he would have quite a bit of power and pull. Because if she tried to come back and rescue Garin and all, would she be able to do something about him? Would she be able to imprison him, or would he have more of the final say in that? It's kind of unclear at the moment. Um, so I'm wondering exactly what's going to happen with that, and what's going to happen with Soren, if he's even going to head out to go on the mission, or if he's going to be stopped, or whatever else. I am really curious, because I don't know, it just seems like I don't think she would, like, truly think that Viren would adhere to that deal. Especially with the fact that she was telling all the other soldiers and stuff, don't trust him, he will backstab you. So it's just like, I don't think she would be one to trust him either. So, did she really leave? It's a legitimate question I'm having right now. Um, But yeah, I really liked the ingenuity and cleverness used by Callum when he used the lightning spell in the water. Even though he couldn't like use it to its full capacity yet, he could still like channel it into things. So by using the water, which conducts electricity, he was able to electrocute the giant sea monster and all the fish, um, and save Rayla and Bait. Which was, again, it was a genius, ingenuitive move. So it's really cool to see him thinking out of the box like that. I just, I hope that we get more like actual, like big, important stuff with that part of the storyline. Because I don't want it to just be the journey. You know, like the journey is great and all, and I do want to see more of that, but I do hope that it doesn't last forever, because they could easily try to make that into more than it needs to be and make it last too long. But either way, I thought this was a good episode. And yeah, I got my first ship. um, so yeah, there is that. Smurf, you mentioned when you first suggested this to me and stuff, you mentioned ships. Is this a ship you ship or what? But thank you either way for everyone for tuning in, and tell me in the comments below what you thought of this episode. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
And though you've come through many obstacles,